Hello, I'm Mickey and that's my channel. I always stand at the table, tap on the table and say, today we're gonna build a puzzle. And I really, now and then I thinking about what should I do to challenge me the next, or what's be likely to want to see next, and I have so much things to do. Or no, my puzzle runs out. I didn't want to buy me a new one. A new one is always nicer to have, but I also get out to the collection where I think I have everything once puzzled, but I have one or two puzzles left. And yes, I always could do a puzzle a second time. I'm thinking about doing a puzzle that I've done in the German version, again in the English version. But the most of the puzzles I have Ravensburger, and I don't want to review a bunch of new brands or so whatever. It's always no, I don't want to. I like new brands and I like new styles and I like new challenges, but I tend to grab the same piece of puzzles, or I have some specials in my collection. I always like to have new ones in my collection. So here is this hidden shapes puzzle I have. I like puzzles with hidden shapes in it. I have some of the Ravensburger special cuts, like the Eiffel Tower or Heart, or a round puzzle with, and I always like these Sonder forms, or this special editions, I would say. Not Sonder, special edition of puzzle brands, and I have many of the Ravensburger special editions. And I'm always thinking of what should I do to show you next. And maybe it's not necessary to think about, because I could do a time lapse and say a little bit about the build, and say a little bit about the puzzle pieces, and tell you how I approach, how I like. And this I can't do too, but sometimes I think you can do this puzzle maybe yourself. Some of you don't like the time lapse. Why should I take the time lapse then? Why do you watch my videos when I have time lapse on it? And when you like me to talking about puzzles, then what should I say about the puzzle? The puzzles as itself has a quality, but is the quality if the cardboard is soft and easy to grab, or is a good quality a nice sturdy puzzle? Is the brand good when the shapes are good, when the pieces are in a standard bigness of piece and have variation about the shapes or the special gimmicks? What kind of need have you to talking about quality issue? Because I'm always saying what I'm seeing, always saying what I'm liking, and always telling you what I don't like. It's only my experience, so it's my soul trip, so my ego trip that I make you and give you my decisions as my own. But if you have the same sensation about the puzzle and you don't like that the puzzles are so sturdy and so they feel light, they feel flat, thin. It's not a thick piece. Ravensburger have thicker pieces, and if they fit, I don't know. I have take this once puzzled this once on the table out there, and I really have the feeling they have good quality pieces. I'm about to thinking about when I get enough money to thinking about buying me a new puzzle, then I want to buy me a big puzzle. And I really been thinking about what kind of puzzle should I buy. I knew definitive I don't like bluebird puzzles, especially the big ones. So I didn't want to buy me a second of these bluebird puzzles. I knew that. So they are all fall away. So there are not so many 6,000 pieces puzzle that I could puzzle. And I really think like Clementoni puzzles. They are really nice to do. But I don't want to have this new Las Vegas or a skyline puzzle with big buildings on it and many sky and many bottom and skyscrapers or so whatever. No, I don't want to have a picture of a sky of a city from them. And when I'm thinking about having a Clementoni, then I don't get every poster, every picture that's produced, but the ones I've saw that I think that's to my liking and that I can choose is the Venice Sunset. And I've seen this puzzle once in a bigger video, and I knew someone has puzzled this before me, and so I don't think I would like this having puzzles the same puzzle as other YouTuber does. Of course, maybe I'm a little bit, I don't want to have the same content produced as another. Maybe you can compare then between my build and her build, and like I knew the picture from these buildings, and I looked at one. I watched the video. I don't know how much, but more than once or twice or three. One. I knew I watched that many times, so I don't know if I like the picture when I do the picture as a puzzle. And then I'm thinking about doing a 5,000 Ravensburger puzzle. Of course, Ravensburger 5,000 piece puzzle, not 6,000, but 5,000. But there are a good amount of puzzle pieces, so it could go with this 5,000 piece Ravensburger. They're a little bit expensive, but it will fit. When I only buy me one puzzle in a half year, then it would be in to have a 5,000 from Ravensburger. But which picture would I choose then? And I don't want to have another map, big puzzle. Of course, I have a map on my wall, and this was a totally cheap card, so it's a sale puzzle, but I've seen some of the pictures that I like. I think the second was a map with butterflies on it, and the one I'm really been thinking about doing is the Cellini one. It's with Cellini bears in a puppet house. And it calls also, I think it calls puppet house in German. In German, I don't know the English title itself. It says Puppenhaus, and if you translate it, only plain translate it, then it says puppet house, and you have this small little house for dolls, or dollhouse. And there are Cellini bears in and live there and make everything nonsense. I really love this Cellini bear puzzles, and so maybe the 5,000 Cellini bear puzzle would be the right thing I want to do. It's really a nice picture. And the second option I'm thinking about is to buy me a Trefl puzzle. Trefl I'm not so familiar within. I have these 3 puzzles. I have a 500, I have this 1000s, no, yeah, and I have my daughter has bought her now I have bought for my daughter a wooden puzzle from Trefl, and it's always it's a good quality. I will say they have not that immense thing, or the quality is not the high-end best, but they have good quality. I think I have also a Edeka puzzle, a 1000-piece puzzle, and I really don't think I like this brand, so I don't want to have an Edeka 6000. So it really is maybe a 6000 Trefl puzzle, and therefore I don't know, maybe the quality is also, I think I've looked about the bigness, the shape, the centimeters of the finished product, and I think it's the same like the Bluebird, and so the puzzle pieces are maybe the same same bigness or the same smallness as the Bluebird puzzle, and so I'm not sure if I want to risk it and buy me a puzzle that I don't like the second time, only to have a Trefl and not a Bluebird 6000. And then I'm thinking about getting it bigger. Make a Clementoni, and this time not 6000 but 13,500, or this a little bit more bags. And I think, yes, when I've got over the 6000 piece puzzles, then I would do this in section, not mixing them together. Of course 6000 is a piece count that I can't handle, but when I should do a puzzle that big, then I wouldn't have first the space for it, and the puzzle pieces, I must have a table or something what I could do this on, and I'm puzzle here and puzzle there and getting away. And when it's not so easy to sort out, then you have the problem that when you mix up bags with 10,000 pieces, you have this problem that you never get the puzzle sorted so that you can puzzle. So I'm really thinking about having only the smaller 5,000 to 6,000 pieces, and it's a big puzzle. It's also a big puzzle, and you have to handle with many pieces, and it's a challenge at itself. You don't have to do this twice or even more than this. I also think that I didn't have the space to show it then, and I'm not social skills. To be honest, it's not the same thing as social anxiety. So I didn't know any place where I could easily get in and taking it to show it. And when it would be shown on a public place, and something ask me questions or will chat with me, make small talk, and I can't do small talk. I don't do small talk. I just don't know what to say, and that makes me nervous, and just like I don't think it would be that's just like I don't want to travel to the World Championships for puzzling, because I knew that would be so stressful. It would be no opportunity to talk about puzzles with other people with puzzles when there are more than 2 people who talked, and I should listen to more than 2 people. Then I knew I've been overwhelmed, and I would crumble in my little corner in the dark and didn't want to say anything. And that's the thing. I'm not. It's not social anxiety. I cannot bear to. I cannot reach. I cannot hear. I'm not a group person. I can't work in groups. When on a table and you're eating with someone, and you have groups of people on the table and everything is speaking, then I'm normally so overwhelmed that I focused on one person, and maybe I could converse with this one person nearby, but when there's music in the background or something else is really talking loud, then I normally can't concentrate on the one person. I didn't hear that, and I always must say, oh, can you repeat it? I didn't understand it. And it's so stressful, it's so overwhelming, it's so stressed, it's so loud, it's so smelly, it's so, no, I can't. In groups, I'm so lost, I'm so overwhelmed, it didn't fit, it can't, and so I didn't do this. It's not my thing, I can't. So yeah, so maybe I do this another thing, but it's good to have spoken it once. And so here's my messing up. So that's like started to puzzle. I've taken everything up and laid it all out. And then I start with a thing. So maybe I start with those blues, of course I love to do skies, or I start with the reds, of course there is not so many red and they sticking up together really well. Or I get with this brown and the sand, that's a really nice pattern, I love to do this. And maybe I could do books, maybe I can make little piles of cat fur, and maybe I could do this waters. And then maybe this red and yellow pieces stand up nicely, and here is a flag. That's a one little section. Ooh. I think I could do this flag with you a little bit, so let's see. Flag, flag, flag. No, that's not. That's also a sun thing. It's yellow and red. Yellow and red. So here's now a yellow and red piece with, yeah. So and here you have this. So that's a starting point. I think we'll start now with, I must choose what I want to do first, but I think I will do the red and red sun on this, on the red ones. And when I'm finished, I'm thinking about making the sky, or yeah, thinking about making the size a good idea. Of course, I love to do sky. And then we see where we go. So I hope it didn't bother that you can't see everything, but it's really difficult to have this in the small place. So I really have to think about a tripod that's high up so that I can film on the table better. But we work with what we get, so. Yes, that's a puzzle without the big whimsy pieces. I don't know how these form pieces are thinking, but this hidden shapes here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's make it really funny to do, cause I'm used to do not the edge at first, but you have so many false edges. Maybe you could say, okay, I take this in again. These false edges with these round forms, you easily can see that's false edges. That wouldn't be fitting in. And that's something that makes the puzzle a second easier, because some sections, like the cat fur, is really difficult, but you have lines in it, so you can have some information more. It makes it a little bit easier when you're stuck and you didn't find a thing, than trying to do these little forms in the middle, and so the things come together also. So why didn't I take this out when I take this now in? I want to have this in now, so the pieces didn't hold really good together. I have to stretch it along the length, so that's always the sandcastle in the sandcastle. It's funny simulation, funny. I don't know. But it's funny to have a sandcastle in the sandcastle. Inception. And the cloud and the ice. The rubber duck and the heart and the it's a tube, a round ring that's blowing up, and where the cat is lying here. And suns. And here is a shell between the shells. Here is another shell. It's down here. And a cup. And here is a cat face, cat head. And here we have this tall cat. It takes so many space in it that it's really difficult to find. And the book, I've tried to do the book, but the book is in 3 sections, because they have 2 edges in here that are false. When you only see the book, then you have this in the middle and this on the side and this on the other side. That's really difficult to puzzle. So I knew that big cat is a bad idea to exile to bring it out. So I have to redo this. So really thinking the puzzle is a really nice gimmick, and when I think I would get frustrated endlessly when the picture is not that easy and the gimmick was not so funny. So I don't know if I really am to do a Trefl puzzle and with 6,000 pieces, because this is not. Maybe I buy me one of these high quality puzzles from Trefl once with 1,000 pieces or 500 pieces, and then I look, did I like this puzzles? But this was, I don't think that the quality is bad. I don't think I like this crumbliness in this puzzle. I think crumbliness didn't bother me. I really have crumble puzzle and that really didn't bother me, but when you have a big puzzle then it would bother me a little bit more. But the things in the ribbon cut here, where there really is a ribbon, is nice variety of shapes, and also, but the ins and outs are not so distinct, so sometimes you have false fits. I have false fits by this puzzle also, but the pieces have a normal shape piece. I don't know. I think I didn't love this brand. But it's a nice gimmick on this puzzle, and this puzzle is really, when I see another of this gimmick puzzle, maybe I buy me a second one of this, but I don't think I will buy me often a normal ribbon cut shape Trefl puzzle. There are some of their premium line where you can have the same cut and then you can stick together many puzzles. I don't know how this works, but you can dig up the edge, take the next puzzle on it and have the framing. So they say it's a high quality, and I didn't have this one of sort of puzzle. That's I think really normal. The only thing that they really have is they have really big boxes, but the box is fine. It's a nice sturdy box. It's grey inline, and yes, on the back are from this Hidden Shape series. The other also, I think this would be nice, or it would be nice, but it was so funny with the cats. But I don't think I have bought me this on sale, and I think it was the only one I could get, so no decision. It's a very nice, funny little puzzle. I think I really enjoyed it doing this. It's always a nice thing to have, and now I've done it the first time in a row with this laying all out method, and you see how I'm used to do my puzzles. It's a puzzle and it's a puzzle and it's a nice puzzle. I would recommend this brand, although it's, when it's on a high price, then I think buy your high price puzzle that you think it's nicer. Of course, that's a nice puzzle. But when it comes to compare it to another brand or to another thing that you really like, then it's maybe a middle quality puzzle. So it's really good to puzzle. You have some false fits, but it's all in all, it comes together and give you the direction of picking them together. So I really don't like it when a puzzle have the tendency of false fits. That's really a thing that I really don't like. Yeah. So, but it has so many funny little gimmicks that this puzzle can have this false fits. I don't think they bother me that much because it's only 1,011 pieces and I easily can swap them, and it didn't bother me in this bigness of this puzzle. So I think there's nothing left to say. Have a nice day, evening, morning, or whenever you look at the video, and see you in the next. Bye, and happy hobby allerseits!